Okay, so I have decided to change this from the 50-day Learning Esperanto challenge to the 100-day Esperanto challenge after getting some feedback from the Duolingo Esperanto Facebook group. Thank you guys for that suggestion to reduce the amount of time. 3 hours every day. Although it's feasible for me for a couple days here. Once work starts back up for me, that will be more difficult. So I've decided to reduce it to an hour and a half, and that hour and a half will be broken down. So essentially, it was originally going to be a 3-hour day, now hour and a half. Still going to hit that total of 150 hours in 100 days now, and so every day is going to be alternating what I'm doing. Day one, or you could say day A, will be 30 minutes of using the Esperanto book, the Complete Esperanto book by Tim Owen. And then after 30 minutes of that, I'm going to do 30 minutes of Duolingo, and then 30 minutes of Anki. And I'll be focusing on these card sets, speak Esperanto like a native. And then on day B, or the second day here, I'll be doing 30 minutes watching the Pasporto alla Tuttomundo video, and then about an hour of working on the associated worksheets. And if I finish the ones for that video lesson, I'll just do some more Anki review. Nothing wrong with that. So that's the plan as of now. Now I've already gone ahead and done my 30 minutes of Complete Esperanto reading. I started from the very beginning where it talks about the author's discovery method of learning Esperanto. And he actually, I should say he and she, because there's a co-author there, Judith Meyer, they actually recommend doing about 30 minutes a day. So an hour and a half, is definitely, even that's a lot of time for some people. But I'm going to try to stick to that, right? Crossing my fingers here. So 30 minutes, I got through the learning how to learn Esperanto section and then the pronunciation section. And so I arrived at pretty much the first chapter at the end of 30 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and spend my next 30 minutes practicing on Duolingo. I'm starting off with a clean slate here. You'll probably notice that I will pick up relatively quickly because I've done this first section before when I have made a previous attempt to learn Esperanto, so this will probably come to me much more easily than it would somebody who's brand new. But we're just going to go ahead and just start with hello instead of the placement test.
Ne.
Start with the volume all the way up. Ne.
Ne.
Ne means no. Okay. Hit no. Check. And if you ever are confused, you can always click on discuss and kind of look at people's maybe they have a problem with the answer, or maybe they want to know why the answer is correct a certain way. So
Mi laboras.
It's always good to have. Mi laboras. I
laboras.
am working. So I am working. You might say this is a very simplistic way to go about this.
Ne. Mi ne estas Adamo.
So if you want, you can make this a little bit more complicated by pressing use keyboard, which is something that I will go ahead and do because I have been learning this language already. And I think when you kind of have the pre-canned answer there, you make it a little bit easier. So we've already learned no and I. So no, I am not.
Ne.
So estas is the am part, right? It's the am is are, right? So no, I, no is Adamo. So it almost seems like quite literally says no, I no am Adam. But that's not, that doesn't make grammatical sense in English. So it's no, I ne estas, right? You don't say no, I know is Adamo. No, I am not Adam. Right? Check. I'm very curious to see if somebody on that discussion perhaps said, why is it not a certain way? Right? And apologies if somebody's using their full name here on the discussion board. Well, looks like nobody's really having that much of a problem, so they're doing pretty good. Okay, we're gonna go back here. Continue.
Mi laboras.
Mi laboras. So this is where you're trying to practice the listening skill, right? We talked about those 4 major skills. Esperanto has a very good listening skill. They're trying to help you develop your ability to listen to this language, and it is better to not use the word bank. That is my opinion. Right? Type what you hear, meaning I am working.
Ne, mi ne estas Sofia.
No, I am not Sophia. So no, mi ne estas. So no, I know is Sophia, right? But that doesn't make sense in English. So a little bit of changing there. There might be a more detailed way to explain this grammatically. I don't know. I'm not the teacher here. So
Vi estas Sofia.
there is supposed to be like a tip for each lesson. I'll have to see if I can find that. So V, we haven't seen that word, I don't believe. So V. You are Sophia. You are Sophia. So now back to pre-canned answers. Kind of forces me here. You are Sophia. Vi estas Sophia. Perfect. One day streak. I know I always try to make you buy the paid version. The main thing, no ads like this, and then quizzes, and then also, what does it say? Well, I don't care about that. I don't really care about the streak thing. Offline, that's the big one. So you may be in a situation where you'll be offline for a while. It'll be worth it to get Duolingo Plus at that point. So no thanks. I have regular internet access. So already I am 18 on the Gold League. Here we go. There's the tip section. Okay, I don't know if that popped up before for me. So this kind of goes through the various rules for each different section here. So tips and notes. As you learn Esperanto with this course, you're welcome to check these tips and notes. Some simple rules. Each letter has a unique separate sound. So I already looked at the pronunciation in the book. So this is kind of going over, I guess, the same information again. Each letter has a unique and separate sound. Longa is pronounced longa. K and N are pronounced in kanabo. By the way, there's an app on the Android marketplace that it's called Drops, and it keeps pronouncing kanabo as nabo, and that just, because it's such a basic word in Esperanto, it just annoys me to no end. So I ended up uninstalling that because of that very basic error. The emphasis in every word is always on the next to last syllable. They call it the penultimate syllable. For example, all 2-syllable words have the emphasis on the first syllable, as in viro, and all 3-syllable words have the emphasis on the middle syllable, as in knabino. All action words, verbs, always end in -as when talking about what is happening now. Examples: mi laboras, I work, or I am working. Mi estas, I am. Vi dormas, you sleep, you are sleeping. Because you're saying the same thing, just using estas in there. So, mi estas, vi dormas. All words for a thing or person or animal or place end in O. So, nouns, right? End in O. For example, libro, a book. Viro, a man. Hundo, a dog. Australio, Australia. The la in Esperanto is the only definite article. So, for example, la viro, the man. A and an are not in Esperanto, so they'll just end up saying viro, or whatever the noun is, to say a man. In means female, so Fierro, man. Virino, woman. Knabo, boy. Knabino, girl. Actoro, actor. Actorino, actress. Forgive me for my accent if it's not Esperanto enough at the moment. Mi estas komencanto. So, Esperanto alphabet. I already went through this with the book. I'm not going to sit here and go through all this stuff, so I'm going to kind of just skip through this. This is free, so if you didn't have the book, you're going to want to go through all this. Setting up a keyboard, you're going to use the X system, so CX, GX, HX, and so on. I actually installed a program that will let me spell it out on Word documents, but it won't let me spell it out on the browser, unfortunately. So you have to use the X for these. Anything that has the, I don't know what you call it, the tilde. So the accent, I'll just say that, the accent. So anything with the accent, you have to put an X in here when you spell it out. Okay, that's fine. So go back. Start. I'm going to keep going on. Which of these is men? Fiero.
Viro.
Which of these is woman? Virino.
Virino. La virino laboras.
The woman works. Or the woman is working.
Vi laboras multe.
You work, this is a word we've not seen before.
Multe.
A lot. You work a lot.
Sofia dormas.
Sophia, well, that one just sounds kind of obvious.
Dormas.
Sleeps. I'll use the easier one without estas in there. Cool, 5 in a row. I think it's like active versus passive. I'm not sure. Ooh, add in hard exercise. I've not seen this before. La virino kai. They've not taught us kai yet, so I'm just kind of using knowledge I have not gained through this yet. Kai la viro. And then we don't use estas, but we will say laboras. La virino kai la viro laboras. Check. You are correct. There's no way I could have gotten that right in a normal circumstance. So, mi laboras. I think it's picking up that I'm done this before. Mi laboras kun. It's another word it has not taught us. I have to hover over there to know. Kun Adamo. So I'll just say Adam. Kai Sophia. Perfect. Okay. And one more, and I will be able to unlock the next section. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It will not give any additional tips now. So any tips it offers now will just be the same thing. So now we're learning country, United States, usono. It's not going to say it? Okay. I thought it would say it the word every time now. Officio.
Officio.
Oh, it's okay. So the previous one didn't say the word. Officio. Oh, it doesn't say it every time I click.
La oficejo estas en Usono.
The office is in America. I just say America instead of the United States. So, it's in America. Okay.
La viro venas el la
A
oficejo.
man, venas, we've not seen that word before, comes
Venas.
from
La
the
el.
office. So the man comes from the office. Or you could say the man is coming from the office. Yep.
Mi ne loĝas en Aŭstralio.
I do not work. Sorry. Oop. I was going to say work. Lojas is
Loĝas.
live. Live in Australia. Let's make this a bit harder. Okay, ooh, typing in Esperanto. I like this. So, la viro venas el la oficejo. La viro venas el la oficejo. I got it right. Again, if you're starting off brand new, you're not going to get that right the first time. I've already been doing this 15 minutes, so I'm going to try doing this for another 15. So I do not live in Australia. So mi ne lo hey, we're having that issue. Fortunately, I could do the GX thing, mi ne lojas, but that just really bugs me. Fortunately, it provides the accented letters down here. So lojas en Australio. Mi ne lojas en Australio. Ooh, oh, I forgot the wo. The wo. I used the U. Actually, I have that problem with the U versus the accented U. So I got to be careful about that. That's my first mistake here. So that just shows that even though I actually have done the whole first section before, I still kind of make a couple basic mistakes. And I just got to be more cautious about that and probably just do more study when it comes to that. So I've unlocked 2 additional vocabulary sections. Now I could just go in and just destroy this one, right? Totally max out hello. But then you also have like a limit. It'll give you a couple more words, but it may get boring after a while. So I'm going to stick with hello for this whole lesson. But I think it's probably better to go all the way down and then kind of go more in depth on each section, right? Because you think about it, if you max out everything, you're just going to get so bored about learning about hello or greeting or weather, right? And you really just want to start learning more words so that you can actually communicate in the language. So, you know what, actually, instead of doing this, I'll just go and do greeting. We'll just go ahead and learn some more situations, right? Now, each of these has an additional tips section, right? So this one has tips about direct objects, expressions ending in -n. So the reason for this, it talks about the future skill, accusative. I was just kind of saying, hey, if it's a direct object, it'll end in n. All right, question words. Q, meaning which person, which thing. When used in relation to a person, it translates as who. Kiel means how. And then Esperanto name. Okay, so honestly, for Esperanto names, I would just still speak the actual name from your native language. Making your name sound Esperanto style, I don't know, it seems kind of silly to me. Again, sorry if you're offended by that, but that's just my personal impression. So my name is Andrew, but what is my Esperanto name? Andreo? I don't know. I'll just stick with Andrew or Andy. Maybe Andeo. All right.
Nedankinde, Adamo.
Nedankinde, new word. You're welcome.
Nedankinde.
You, and I'll just say you, I like to spell it out. You are welcome, Adam, comma, Adam. I like to avoid, what do you call them, conjunctions, if I can.
Kiu estas la virino?
Write this in English. So, who is the man? Oh, almost made a mistake. The woman. See, sometimes I get overconfident and I'll make a mistake like that.
Dankon, Adamo.
Dank, new word. Danka means thank you.
Dankon.
So, thanks, Adam. Dankon.
Yes, kai ne.
Yes, and no. Yes, kai ne.
Saluton, Adamo kai Sofia.
Oh, I don't think we've seen the word yet. Saluta means hello, right?
Saluton.
Hello, Adam and Sophia. So if there's a book series, they should title it Saluton 1, Saluton 2. Write this in Esperanto. So we already translated from Esperanto to English. Now and you can, if you hover over the words, you'll see it in the Esperanto. But we're gonna try to say we've done some studying, and we already know. Yes, kai ne. Nedan. This one I constantly mix up with some other ones. So nedan kinde. Welcome. Oh, my first error. That's okay. The good thing is this is good. Anyway, I literally just said I mix it up, and I mixed it up in that process. So, Neden Kinde versus Bon Venon. So, Bon Venon is welcome. Is Neden Kinde thank you? I'd have to double check on that. These two I always mix up. So, doesn't really matter how much I've done this. I do make those mistakes. So, Bon Venon. You are correct. Is there no, there's no discussion here. Next time I see Ned and Kinde, I need to take a note about that. So that's my first error today. Up for a challenge. Maintain your side. So don't get obsessed with the Duolingo streak thing. If you become a little bit too obsessed with that, it can cause some problems with your study habits. So I'm gonna try to do pretty decent here in greeting. So we're gonna get the little crown here.
Yes, mi dormas bone.
Yes, me. So yes, I sleep. Oop. Apologies. There we go. Yes, I sleep. Bone. What is bone? Bone is well. So, yes, I sleep well. Or it sounds more natural to say, yes, I am sleeping well. But yes, I sleep well should work. Looks like some people want to talk about it, but we're going to keep going on.
Adamo, estás comenzando.
I've already used this word. Excuse me. Yes, excuse me. So, a datum is a comenzando.
Comenzando.
Comenzando, a beginner. So I've already used that phrase. So mi estás comenzando, because it's true. Adamo is a beginner.
Bonan tagon kai bonvenon.
It's another one I kind of mixed up. So bonan tagan is good day. Good. I think we've already seen bone. Good day. And now, why are you using n? I don't have the easy answer, but from what I looked up is like typically when you say bonan tagon, or any of the other like bonan nocton, bonan matenon, those kind of words is just always end in n. I guess because they're, I don't know. I don't know the actual reason why. So good day and welcome. It sounds like something a shopkeeper would say when you walk into their store. Good day and welcome. You know what? Let's just go ahead and go into the discussion. why does it end with N? I'm sure that's what people are going to ask. Okay. So why not, bona tago or whatever? What does the dash N mean in cases where there's no verb? So the sense of the phrase is have a good day here. So havu is implied. So havu makes it like command, like you shall. You shall have a good day. So bonan tagon. Okay. I will take it. I will take it. I'm sure there's maybe another reason. Here we go. Why is bonan tago? Phrase is short for have a good day and welcome. So because it's a short phrase, okay. We'll just remember that's how you say it for now. There's a reason for everything in a language. I think if you get too into the reason, you're going to forget the whole point is just to learn the language. I'm at 26 minutes so far. I'm going to just kind of keep doing this for about 5 more minutes and then switch over to Anki. Let me make sure that my stuff is being charged here. Oh, I was not charging it. Excuse me, I had a text message. So, let's see. I should have been charging my phone the whole time here, so hopefully it doesn't quit out when I'm studying on Anki. So, yes, I say. So, mi diras is say. Yes, I say.
Saluton. Kiel vi fartas?
Hello. Kiel, we've seen means how. So how you fartas. Fartas we've not seen before. It's how are you doing?
Fartas.
So how you doing? But we don't want to sound like oh God, what was his name from Friends? So how are you doing? How you doing? All right. Or how are you? Okay. Let's make these harder. Good day. So bonan, we've already talked about that. Bonan tagon. La coman santo diras. Adamo. We don't want to say estas, is dormas bone. So why bone and not bona? Bone is the adverb, right? Adverbs modify the verb. So it's modifying dormas, so it's bone. So you just gotta be wary of that. All right. So I'm gonna see if I can do one more. See if we can max out greeting before the day's out. So I'm gonna calculate my time here as being a perfect 30 minutes because I took a little bit too long with some of these. So thanks. So gis, we've not seen gis before. It means goodbye. So until the re-seeing is what it means. So thanks, goodbye. I'm just gonna type in goodbye and see if it'll take that. Thanks, goodbye. It will take it. Now I'm putting that because that's just what you would commonly say in English. Nobody really says until the re-seeing. So, but thank you, see you later. That sounds a little bit more polite, I guess.
Pardono, mi ne fartas bone.
With not seen pardono means sorry. So, or excuse me. So sorry. So I'm not doing well. doesn't sound good in English, so I am not doing well. So fartas is doing, it's a verb, so
Fartas.
is or are doing well. Bone modifies that. So there we go.
Bonan nokton.
Bonan nocton. We've not seen nocton yet, means night. That one sounds pretty close.
Nocton.
We'll figure it out. Bonan. Oh, so good night.
Bonan vesperon kai bonvenon.
That's another one we've not seen. Bonan vesperon. Good evening.
Vesperon.
So good evening and welcome. Right, again, what a shopkeeper may say.
Bonan matenon, Adamo kai Sofia.
Good morning, Adam and Sophia. So I think we've seen all the good morning, good afternoon, etc. So please and thank you. Ooh, please. I don't think we've seen please yet. Bonvolu, we have not. So bonvolu. Oh, it hasn't even explained bonvolu, the U at the end. Kai danko. So please, bonvolu. So maybe bonvoli means to please. So I don't know. I'd have to check on that. Bonvolu kai danko. Congratulations. This one's nirenkinde. Nope, I'm wrong again. There's like a group of words I keep mixing up. Gratulon. Gratulon? Okay, so it's congratulations. Danko? The dash is kind of confusing me here. But, okay. And that's a pretty good 30-minute Duolingo study session. That's kind of weird. I only have 2 crowns, but it says I have 4. It's very odd. I don't have any other crowns in Greek or Korean, so I don't know why. Okay, that's fine. So just doing those lessons has brought me up to number 3. I don't care about this. This stuff is just kind of, you know, if you're competitive and you want to beat everybody else, you're not only playing against people learning Esperanto, for the record, they're learning a bunch of other languages as well. So I'm in the Gold League, surprisingly. So, okay. The next thing I'm going to be working on is Anki. Alright, so I've done 1 hour of study for Esperanto today. Now we're going to study. Here we go. Anki. So I could use the actual app on the computer. Oh, I wish I could blow this up on there somehow. There's no point in me kind of recording me studying on Anki. I'm just going to kind of show how Anki works. So we're going to look at the decks. And you, if you're doing this, you would start with Speak Esperanto Like a Native 1. You would add the deck. I didn't make any of these. You hit plus. You'll hit Get Shared Decks. It'll pull up a little page. And you'll just type in searching Learn Esperanto Like a Native, right? Then you'll download it to your account and you'll practice it. So here it's starting off from the very beginning to love, right? If you don't know what the word is, you've never seen it before, you're going to click Show Answer. Ami. If that sounds like you would remember it, right, you can say good, right? If you think it sounds really easy to remember, you'll click Easy. And if it doesn't sound like something you could remember, you click, okay, let me see it again in 1 minute. So I really like this setup. And actually it gets a little bit more detailed. Sometimes it's every 4 minutes, sometimes it's every, so on. So it's basically, is it hard? Is it medium difficulty? Is it easy, right? That's kind of an easier way to think about your options here. Ami is easy to me.
Friend.
I'm just gonna go with easy. This one, friend. I already know what it means. It means amico, right? Boom, easy.
Affair, business deal, business matter, thing.
So that's how you do a card set of Esperanto. I'm going to do this for 30 minutes, not going to record the whole thing. Just saying this is what you want to do. And if you don't feel like you can do 30 minutes of this, fine. That's my goal, right? My goal may not be the same as your goal. So, afero. You can tell I've already started these cards before.
Else, another, other.
So the system that this card, that the SRS, Anki uses the system SRS and it works. I don't know how else to explain it. It just works, right? As the great Todd Howard would say. So, all right, I'm gonna end the video there. So today was the book, Complete Esperanto, Duolingo, and Anki. Tomorrow will be Pasporto alla tutto mundo, and the worksheet that accompanies it, and then some more Anki if I have some time.